Yeah,
classic
Crash
Crash
4 wheel.
levels, and of course now like
What have they shown
wonder,
so
like, it's an
far?
open world Crash game. How are you doing it? Like, tell us
Basically
about
just a
balancing
reveal trailer.
the old style of
Now they're
gameplay,
showing some
destroy
gameplay.
not broken, we love it,
Is it
versus the
coming only to
tendency
current
do,
gen?
new styles of gameplay. Based on the trailer, it looks like you're being kind of still
Or is it
faithful
coming to
to
PS5
the
as
original
well?
style of Crash versus making it some big
And Xbox?
I'm not sure because my internet went down when it was showing the review for a
Yeah,
second.
that's absolutely right.
Let me try
I
to
think what
get
we've
it back.
heard was that people have found that
At
style
least
of
they said
gameplay to
something.
be really refreshing to return to, and so we wanted to key off of that. And when we observe some of the other games and
If it
platformers and how they've
stops
evolved
screwing me
into it,
over.
you're totally right. They've gone to a
Okay, it's
place where they're
PS4
becoming more
and
open
simply
in
put
nature,
Xbox.
and as a consequence,
It says
the
Xbox Series
challenges
and
and things that
Xbox
you
One.
interact with are a little
Yeah,
bit more
PS4
sparse.
is
probably
not confirmed yet,
smart
but
delivery.
Exploration, and maybe there's a little bit more focus on
yeah, I think
progression
it's a
and
smart
control
delivery
depth.
thing. PS5 is
But when you
not
think
confirmed,
about
but I
classic
guess it should be
Crash
compatible.
gameplay, it's dense and it's focused, and it's
Yeah, it's
really
the first
the
new Crash
streams
game
of
since
hazards and the
Crash
challenges, the
3,
platforming
22
challenges.
years ago
They
around.
come and there's almost a rhythmic quality to it, and how reliable
Yeah,
it
it's been
is.
a while since we
And
actually
it's
had a
really
new
rewarding
Crash game that
for
wasn't
people who understand the nuance of the
a
timing and the
remake.
placement of all the different hazards.
Yeah, you
You
played
can
the
enter into
trilogy as well, right?
a sort of flow
Yeah,
state
That was
when you're
both
pretty
the
going
well
through that
done.
trilogy
kind of
and the
music.
It's the same
CTR remake.
developer, right?
multiple playable characters.
Is
How are you
Toys
doing
for
that in
Bob,
kind
and
of like
I think
depth
Toys for
level,
Bob
or
didn't do
you saw Coco and Neo playable
the
in there?
the
How does
remake. I
that
think
work
it.
sort of in the
Okay, let
story
me
mode?
check one second.
So Crash and Coco, you're going to be able to choose between them at any point in time, and they share the same moveset. Over the course of the adventure, you're going to encounter some new friends, some familiar faces.
No, I think
And
it was Toys
you're
for
right,
Bob
there's going to be
actually.
some new playable characters. We're teasing today Dr. Neo Cortex.
No, you were right. It's
Two of them
actually still
have
Toys
different
for Bob. So
movesets.
yeah, the same guys behind the
So where
trilogy.
bandicoots kind of barrel through and they've got the ability to spin and slide and belly slam, Dr. Neo Cortex is he's a little bit more of a cerebral
It does
character.
look very
He's a
Crash.
mad scientist. He's got inventions, and he relies
I'm
on
not
luck.
sure about the
And he's
design.
got a
I'm not
fate line
sold on
that he
the
carries
character
around with him.
design,
And that
but the
fate
words
line
looks
has the
nice.
ability to transmogrify hazards and enemies into platforms. And he can choose between changing them into a static solid platform or a bouncy platform that gives him access to higher elevations. So his gameplay and the levels that are built specifically for his moveset is going to be a completely different flavor. It's going to be a little bit more strategic, a little bit more cerebral. And I think players are going to have to be a little bit more thoughtful about when to encounter a hazard, whether or not to change it into a platform, and what type of platform they're going to need at that point in the obstacle.
Wow, it seems ambitious that you're adding more elements to it, and then also you mentioned the masks. How do those work?
So the quantum masks, there's 4 of them in this game, and over the course of the adventure, they're scattered across the universe. You're going to have to rescue them from the clutches of certain bosses, both familiar and new. The quantum mask, 2 of them that we're talking about today, is the time mask and the gravity mask. And masks in this franchise, they've got a lot of personality. They've got their own names and their own voices and their own powers. So the time mask, her name is Kapunawa. And when Crash uses Kapunawa, he's got the ability to slow down time to a crawl. So for obstacles that are beyond, just way too fast to interface with at normal speed,
Also,
she's going to be
yeah,
able to slow down
they
time.
didn't announce a Switch version, so I guess it's just
In addition to that,
console,
he'll be able to pick
PS4,
up
and
some
Xbox.
nitro
A
crates,
little
which have
bit later to
traditionally
Switch, like
been
the Insane
one
Trilogy, I
hit,
think.
one kill type of
Maybe,
gameplay.
but
With
they
the power
didn't
of time,
announce
you're
it
going to be able to
yet.
slow things down, trigger that explosive, and then get out just barely before that explosion obliterates everything in its path. The second mask is the gravity mask, and his name is Ika Ika. So when Crash dawns on Ika Ika, he's going to be able to flip the direction of gravity and walk on the top of ceilings, walk upside down underneath platforms to get past impossible obstacles.
I'm really excited to play this, and again, I was playing Crash back when the
It
original
looks
PlayStation
like
first
they
came out.
understood that the gameplay mustn't be
Great
changed
job
that much.
with the remasters, but to
Put a
have a
spin,
new
but it must
game,
play like Crash,
everyone was hoping
so
for.
that's a bonus.
You're bringing it to life, so congrats for doing this, and thanks for doing it.
I
Yeah,
guess I
they,
just need to get used to the new faces,
It's
yeah,
it's
which
awesome to
look
see.
weird.
can't wait to.
But
Other than that, it looks fine.
does it look
Thanks for
so much
having me.
different
It's a
from
great
Insane
pleasure, and,
Trilogy?
I think it's an exciting time for
Uh,
games, and I'm
It's probably the
I
same
think
engine.
it has a different design because the trilogy tried to stay faithful to the
adventure.
the original trilogy, while this time they're trying to develop their own
There
game.
you have it, Crash 4. We've got Day of the Devs.
The Reggie still looks pretty nice, but they kind of changed the design of Crash and Coco, and they look kind of weird. I guess we just need to get used to them.
Yeah.
Other than that, it looks like a Crash game as far as gameplay goes. So,
how is your lockdown going?
You want to talk lockdown?
and the words look nice too.
And we have Alf.
For the past 30 years, I've spent every day hiding from the United States government.
It's been a while since I saw Alf.
Yeah, me too.
Home gaming tips for Summer Game Fest. Are you ready? Here they are. Tip number 1. Clean off all the fur from your controller every 20 minutes. Because there's nothing worse than getting your analog sticks jammed up with hair. Okay? That's a good one. Tip 2, don't charge your controller in the microwave. Bad idea.
Thanks,
Learn
Alf.
that one the hard way. Tip number 3, don't play Warzone with E.T., all right? He cheats, he's a sore loser, and he doesn't know how to use airstrikes.
Does ET also have his own self as puppets in the background when he does streams?
Embrace the freedom.
Likely.
With that, it's time to raid someone's stream.
No, Alf. We've got a whole Day of the Devs thing still to go. We are certainly not done yet.
Oh, I think you've been done ever since that Doritos segment. Can I get some F's in chat for Kaylee's career?
He has a point, you know.
Thanks. Summer Game Fest tech correspondent Alf. Thanks for joining us, Alf. We'll see you a little later. Right now, though, we have a special announcement about something coming new to Smite. Check it out.
This world is in trouble.
We can't let this happen. They need.
Oh, hey, Avatar. Okay, I know they talked about Smite, but I kind of was hoping they were making a new Avatar game. Oh well.
Well, maybe they will after this will be successful.
All right, coming up next is Day of the Devs, but I understand, Alf, you wanted to come back on the stream already.
Models actually look good enough.
4 hours on Twitch to become a partner. I might as well burn a few more minutes now.
Okay, what did you have in mind, Alf?
I want to talk to you about your fancy game consoles. Because on Melmac, we were far more advanced in gaming technology. When I attended Reform School, I majored in software development, where I created what you Earthlings called Hatsune Miku. And no, it's not a sake.
Alf, we've got Day of the Devs coming up. Could you cut to the chase?
So I have to admit, I was a little confused last week when I was watching the PlayStation 5 stream.
What does Hatsune Miku have to do with this?
Oohing and eyeing about all those fancy graphics. All right, now don't get me wrong. The cat in Stray looked very nice. So realistic.
He wanted to eat it.
Smell the barbecue sauce. You guys might think Horizon Forbidden West and Gran Turismo 7 look great. Ha! Ha! On Melmac, our cave paintings had more pixels. And in our version of Grand Theft Auto, you actually did real time. Yeah. So I still have 3 stars above my head in the Andromeda Galaxy, just to let you know. I hope you guys keep improving your games, and one day, when the fur technology is good enough, maybe I will finally make my triumphant return to video games.
Oh, Grand Theft
Now,
Alf confirmed.
My DMs are always open, at least as soon as my account is unsuspended. Now it's time for the Day of the Devs Developer Showcase, looking at a series of inspiring new independent games. Enjoy the show and the rest of Summer Game Fest.
All right, I'm recording the audio.
What are these spider webs on here?
Oh, they're dead spider webs. And then I'm starting the video. So I'm starting the video, so you don't start the video.
These might be good.
Saying this at me so I can do the clap. Okay? Got me, man? Ready? Okay, now don't press start. Just wait for me to go here. Okay, ready?
Yeah.
Okay, action. Oh, hello there. You caught me airing out my skulls. I need to have them all ready for the big Day of the Devs.
It's not Halloween yet.
We're going to be showing a lot of cool games today, and you need the skulls to be at optimum performance. All right, I think we're set. This is a child's skull. Hello and welcome to the Day of the Devs Summer Game Fest Showcase. We're going to be showing you some great indie games today and letting you meet the developers. Day of the Devs is a show we've been doing in San Francisco for many years now.
Where's Psychonauts?
And this is a special summer edition coming right into your quarantined home for your safety.
Where's Psychonauts
Before we
team?
get started with this show, we're going to take a look at the work of a group called Gameheads in Oakland, who we've been showcasing at Day of the Devs for a few years, and they do fantastic work, so check them out and think about donating.
Hey everybody, this is Damon Packwood. I am the executive director and co-founder of Gameheads. So Gameheads provides tech training to low-income students of color ages 15 through 25. We teach game design, development, and DevOps. But most importantly, we are committed to creating the next generation of diverse video game developers. We're trying to change the game, quite literally. So today we want to show off some games that we're very proud of. The first up is Serpent Showdown. Serpent Showdown is a lighthearted 3D arena fighting game. It's created by a group called Persuasion Games. They're headquartered at USC. The team comes from a diverse range of
Okay, the snake is the best character already.
Proud that 3 of our students are on this team. Next up is Triger. Triger is a bullet hell mixed with a color matching game that incorporates an 80s inspired aesthetic arcade console experience. This was developed by one of our students, Joseph Hooker. It's an excellent game, plays really well, looks really dope, and it's obviously a lot of fun.
That looks like Flo
Look out for that one.
from that game company. Oh, damn, he died.
Literary pro dodgeball.
Funny voiceover. It's created by an all black male team. Shout out to Tiati Suarez, Jovan Smith, Xavier Ward, Yaku Herring, and Tabari Davis.
Out of here.
So that's it for me. Be on the lookout for
Emerald
information on these projects on our social media or on the social media accounts for the projects. Also be on the lookout for our showcase coming up in August. We should be announcing that in the next couple of weeks. Finally, if you're interested in getting involved in the program as a mentor or as a student, you should find more information on that on our website. That's it for me. Thanks. Bye.
You're going to want to turn up the volume for this next one. It's from a developer called Beethoven and Dinosaur out of Melbourne in Annapurna Interactive, and it's just plain badass. It was created by a real-life rock star with a penchant for studded jackets named Johnny Galvatron. It's epic, it's personal, it's just so fucking cool. Seriously, turn up the volume, you will not regret it.
Nice logo.
Yeah.
My name's Johnny Galvatron from Beethoven and Dinosaur, and right now we're going to show you the video game that we've been jamming on. It's about a teenage guitar prodigy who...
Is that surname even real, or did you just make it up?
It's called
the whole game? Oh, so it's a platformer.
Stuff gets pretty far out, but our story begins on Earth, there's a squirrel, in Calypso, Colorado, where Francis Vendetti is on the eve of his first live performance. Francis is the nephew of legendary folk icon Johnson Vendetti, who's kind of like this universe's Bob Dylan. In these opening chapters of the game, we're introduced to Francis's hometown, the staggering legacy of his uncle's fame, and the impossible expectations of his fans. Many of the townspeople have opinions, even memories, of Johnson Vendetti, and they'll offer you advice, history, and ill omens. It's here, exploring Calypso, that Francis...
Interesting conversation.
Things are not as they seem. Now, it gets cosmic pretty quickly for Francis in the pursuit of his new stage persona, and we join him in the world of Glimmerdim, searching for a jazz club that never appears in the same place twice. Out in the cosmic extraordinary, Francis can jam on his guitar at any time, using it to hover through the air, knee slide down slopes, and interact with a musical world. The different dimensions of the Artful Escape are alive with creatures and foliage that will harmonize with your guitar. We wanted the shredding of the game to feel powerful and effortless, the same way some games depict...
Does the guitar actually do anything, or is it just for show?
It seems like it's for show.
Disappointing.
Francis uses a musical language to communicate with the interfaces and creatures along his adventures, sometimes with jazz club owners like this.
Oh, so it does do something. It's like a rhythm game at some point.
And sometimes with staggering cosmic wild things. You can customize many aspects of Francis's persona, including his stage name, what planet he's from, discuss your backstory, and of course, change your stage costume. The Artful Escape is a loving mishmash of rock operas and adventure games and guitar solos. It's been a journey to create, and we can't wait for the final act. Thanks so much for watching. That's all we've got right now. Except for this.
It would be cool to know if you actually have to play the guitar the whole time in the game, or if it just play automatically. Then there's not much point.
Starbase, and it's like
Yeah.
amazing, huge, gigantic game.
Like in The Last of Us Part 2, you can play guitar there. I don't know if you saw.
Part 3 would be just a solo guitar game.
Yeah. It will be building your band. Oh, Frozenbyte, the studio who did the Trine games. We still have to finish Trine 4.
Starbase is our upcoming space
Yeah, we kind of let it hanging.
where everything is fully destructible.
I didn't know this was a thing, but it's probably not a reveal, or they would say world premiere.
Design and build their own spaceships, stations, factories, and more. Since the smallest
I guess this is just an indie showcase, so they don't need to put the world premiere stuff.
Wait,
They just show some gameplay.
designing and repairing a truly creative process.
It's based on a hybrid of voxel and vertex technology, which allows the players the ultimate freedom to both create and destroy in ways where every single tiny detail matters.
Looks cool, but you need a lot of time to build these big starships.
However,
Yeah, I think so.
ship controls don't necessarily mean that the journey is over.
Also, was it just me or was there a massive frame drop?
Yeah,
Right there.
there was.
If reconnecting pipes and cables won't solve your flight issues, you can manually adjust the thruster and generator values in the engine room and continue on with your journey.
Since Starbase is an MMO, player interactions play a big part of the game's experience. You can build and design ships together, sell your designs to others, go on a mining trip.
So it's Minecraft in space.
Or attack somebody else's ship and steal their cargo.
What?
You can form factions, build huge capital stations, and engage in massive fleet battles and try to conquer the universe together.
The Starbase universe is infinitely expanding, and players can venture out to discover stations, asteroid fields, wreckages from previous battles, and they might encounter fellow travelers or even unknown dangers. You can even try your luck at being the first one to reach one of the faraway moons.
Well, obviously you're not the first. Or there wouldn't be a big fucking city.
Yeah.
Or they built it, of course.
Starbase will be coming out on Steam Early Access later this year. If you're interested in following the development progress or trying out the game in its closed alpha stage, join our Discord server at discord.gg/starbase, and don't forget to wishlist the game on Steam.
This next one is a collision of so many familiar trappings done oh so well. It's a retro-modern genre visual mashup. It's from Big Blue Bubble out of Ontario. It just features some of the coolest, most beautiful sprite animation you've seen in a while, especially that boss battle you're about to see. Ugh, it's awesome.
I'm Neha from Big Blue Bubble, and we made Foregone. Foregone is a fast and fluid 2D action platformer packed with loot and a retro pixel art feel. In Foregone, you'll slice your way through hordes of enemies and collect an arsenal of powerful weapons, all the while unraveling the mysteries of the entity known as the Herald.
Callaghan's first king, back when it was still a kingdom.
Foregone has been a passion project.
You know, this actually looks kinda good.
It does.
After making mobile games to the better part of a decade, we wanted to make something that reminded us of classic games we grew up with.
So far, this is the best one of the bunch.
We took cues from innovative games like Dead Cells to create a modern take on classic pixel platformers by using 3D animation to create a 2D experience that feels great.
Yeah, I did think it was looking kind of like that, says.
Inspired by classic games such as Prince of Persia and Castlevania, we wanted Foregone to be a handcrafted adventure that players would progress through while unraveling a compelling story. We were also inspired by games like Diablo, where your character progresses through the game by discovering rare loot that helps you defeat mobs of enemies across the world. Early access on the Epic Games Store, we've focused on expanding the scope of Foregone, most recently with our June update, which introduces an all-new biome, the Creepy Catacombs, filled with new hordes of enemies and 2 new boss encounters.
Okay, they've shown already 2 bosses. There must be a lot, hopefully.
I hope. Otherwise, they basically showed up the game.
Yeah. Okay, that one was very easy and the other one was very hard.
It's been great watching the world of Foregone evolve during this time.
But it looks
and
good.
I'm excited for people to see what else we have in store as we lead up to our launch on Switch, PlayStation, and Xbox this October. We hope you guys enjoy the game.
Next up is a psychedelic, furious, art-driven platformer, which is a real meeting of minds from art to code to music. It's real fun to stare at the melty, trippy graphics of this game. Allow me to introduce you to Spinch.
Oh, what the fuck is this?
LSD in the game.
Is this Super Meat Boy? Just with LSD.
Super Marshmallow Boy.
Hi, my name is Jesse Jacobs, and I'm the creator of Spinch in partnership with Queen Bee Games. Spinch is a psychedelic platformer game based on my artwork. You play as a Spinch, and you're on a mission to collect your missing babies. Because it may seem cool, but Spinch babies are used as ammo against the bosses.
Yeah, I guess this is basically Super Meat Boy with a different skin.
Yeah.
Which I mean isn't bad. But still.
In this age of mass production, art plays a very valuable role, and Spinch was created to reflect these values.
Hey, I'm James Kirkpatrick. I made all the songs and the action sounds for the game Spinch. I used a modified Game Boy, some circuit band toys, and some instruments I made myself.
Okay, so this one is also on Switch.
Next up is Inglet from Netflix.
Switch and PC.
Games for over a decade,
And done with the Game Maker, September 3rd. Pretty soon.
Audio-visual soundscape that is a platformer with.
The fact that it was made with Game Maker is interesting. You don't see many games with Game Maker.
Especially platformers. You don't see
Yeah.
them.
Nifles is known for working on games such as Knut Underground, Ernog, and Affordable Space Adventures. Both of us are from the small Copenhagen-based studio Triple Topping Games in Denmark. In Ynglet, you jump between bubbles that float in the sky like you're a space dolphin. And all the while you melt into a highly reactive and dynamic soundtrack created by Ynglet's custom and needlessly complicated music software. Ynglet is a platformer with absolutely no platforms. If you aren't resting in a bubble for a moment, you'll be doing acrobatic dashing, bouncing, and rail riding to keep from plunging into the void.
Well, this looks very creative.
Yeah, like a mix of Star Drone and Flow. Maybe.
Difficulty is fluid in Ynglet. With the granular difficulty settings, you can find the level of challenge that suits you.
I'm sure I saw something like this, but I don't really remember.
In Star Drone, your movement is similar.
Or whether to blast daringly through the level.
From Beat Shaper's Star Drone. But yeah, combined with the visuals and the soundtrack, it looks pretty interesting.
Yeah.
Ynglet has Copenhagen blood in its veins. Each level in Ynglet is based on a location in the capital of Denmark, where our studio is also based. And in each level, you'll need to find one of your little friends and help them get home. Ynglet also has lightning storms, lots of achievables, an upside down world, extra mini levels, and lots of railroad tracks. A non-platformer to look forward to if you really like platformer games.
Our next game is called Skate Story, and I know what you're thinking. EA Motive just announced the sequel to Skate. but Skate Story is nothing like that, except it has the same reverence for real-world skateboarding, but it gets weird. It gets real weird. You'll see what I mean.
Hi, I'm Sam May. I'm a game developer here in New York City, and I'm making Skate Story.
Skate Story is a game about skating down into the underworld. You play as a glass skater trying to reach the center of the underworld. The world of Skate Story is filled with beautiful architecture that sprawls out in every direction. There are 9 layers underneath New York City, each of them governed by a sentient moon. You'll meet weird characters like
It's Tony Hawk.
or rusty frogs, and you'll talk to the moons in the sky. I'm trying to show
Yeah, first
Rock of Power.
First underground, now you go really underground.
beautiful otherworldly structures.
You are the frog.
Forgotten God's statued head. I grew up playing a lot of the classic skateboarding games, like Tony Hawk, riding around the warehouse in the school for hours, or Skate, or Ollie Ollie, or even new indies such as Session or Skater XL. The control scheme of Skate Story is a weird mix between all of my favorite skate games.
In Skate Story, you have to shift your weight before you do tricks. So, for example, in real life, to do a kickflip, you have to kind of position your foot over here before you flick the board to do a kickflip. So, I hope that in Skate Story, you actually see how it mirrors real life skateboarding.
They're also trying to make it look like some sort of simulation.
Like what you see.
Yeah, but it could be easier than using both sticks like with Skate. It's not something
Yeah.
I can get used to for some reason.
All right, next up is a game that exploded on Kickstarter recently called Black Book, a deck-building adventure game set in kind of a Slavic folk horror setting. Looks terrifying.
Hello, I'm Vladimir Beletsky from Martyoshka, the studio behind Black Book. Black Book is a story of a young witch who just recently received her knowledge of dark arts. With her, you will travel across mythical, authentic landscape of 19th century Eastern Europe and encounter mythical creatures, some of them friendly, while others not so much. The game is built around true Slavic folklore short stories called Belichki in the native tongue. In these stories, people tell about allegedly true meetings with spirits and demons. These stories, along with the real region of Cherdyn, inspired us to create a setting where people coexist and sometimes even meet with other world.
Oh, we really need some captions.
Yeah, I was wondering if captions are now for the whole stream or just for this.
It's just for this one, because there weren't captions before. I was checking my YouTube to see if I activated by accident, but no.
How about I just not go in there? In the gates of hell.
Yeah. I'm not sure that's a good idea.
We took extra care to make sure that the core gameplay supports our narrative, and the narrative itself is as authentic as possible. Belichki has their own structure, has their own goals.
Oh, are we literally trying to summon Satan?
Looks
its
like it,
setting
yeah.
and its lore have great promise when it comes to world building. We even went as far as to employ the help of professional ethnographers and folklorists to help us build an in-game encyclopedia and Belichka's adaptations. The genre of Belichki, as well as Russian folklore in general, are underrepresented in popular media. You can build your own deck of spells, encounter mythical creatures, and you will reveal all the mysteries of the Black Book. For us, Black Book is both a game and a cultural statement. We hope to show that niche folklore from all over the world can inspire, bring suspense and emotions to gamers even today.
This next game is all about teaming up with your friends to defend a village of vegetable pals from being eaten by wee beasties from the outside. It's made by the Molasses Flood, who are really good friends of ours at Double Fine and actually helped us out a lot with Psychonauts 2 in the early days. This is Drake Hollow.
Hey, my name's Forrest Dowling, and I am the creative director on Drake Hollow, and this is Lou, who will not stop pestering me because she hears me talking. So she gets to sit in my lap for this. Drake Hollow is being made by the Molasses Flood, a company I co-founded a number of years ago, and we're best known for The Flame in the Flood, which was, our only title thus far. But I'm here today to talk about Drake Hollow.
Everyone's right here.
Nice.
All right.
Oh,
who got the chest? Oh, who's getting it?
Oh, it's me. Ooh. Blunderbuss.
We call it an adventure action village building game.
Okay, so this is a multiplayer game then.
Today I'm going to head.
Yeah, quite different from the first game.
I'm gonna go try and find that lighthouse. When we started working on this, we had previously worked on a pretty hardcore survival game, and what I wanted to try is just making a game that explored a lot of the same ideas, but it wasn't so much about you surviving as it is about you taking care of something and helping it survive. It's a game about taking care of things, and that's where the concept of the Drakes came about. They're sort of the heart of the game. They're these kind of charming little vegetable goblin creatures that are kind of dopes. Like, they need your help. They need you to build them places to sleep and provide food to eat and entertainment for them.
Seems like our drakes could use a
Wait,
little
you
more
provide
entertainment.
food for the food?
Let's see what-
Okay, that's
I
an
guess.
interesting idea.
So you basically build a community, I guess.
Of course.
Your favorite. It's your masterpiece.
Mm-hmm. Oh, are you gonna dance? Aw, yeah.
So your job is to do all those things and to take care of them, and you can bring along your friends for help as well. So if you want to play co-op, you certainly can. And it's a really big part of the game. It's something that's been one of the pillars since we conceived it.
Alright, Tesla coils, do your thing. Ah.
Side, little buddy.
Oh. Maybe I should... Oh no, I'm out of decoys. That's true. That's fair. I'd be scared too. Oh no! We can revive you. Right in the middle of combat. There you go!
Thanks, what a favor. I just got juggled. That's it, I'm out of here.
Hey. Look at that. Stuff.
Oh yeah, Yeah, he did go after the decoys.
There's exploration, there's building, there's
Well then.
drakes, and there's battling monsters. So I hope you enjoy it. Lulu, it's not.
Retro throwback games are all the rage, but they are hard to nail. 8-bit, 16-bit era stuff, not all developers know how to do it right. But there's one in particular that we've been showing since the very beginning of Day of the Devs 8 years ago. Their name is Tribute Games, and they're out of Montreal. And fun fact, the core creatives that made the Scott Pilgrim game in-house at Ubisoft broke away and founded Tribute. Here's their latest retro opus.
Hey everyone, my name is XTgamer, and I work as a designer at Tribute Games, and today I'm here to present you our latest game, Panzer Paladin. Massive weapons are raining down from the skies, releasing hordes of demons, and it is your job to travel the world and stop them from invading the planet. Today, we are visiting Egypt, where we'll be fighting Anubis, the weapon keeper of the region. Oh, and as you noticed, the game is boasting some pretty rad pixel art visuals for maximum nostalgia triggering goodness.
It's hard to miss.
In Panzer Paladin, you play as Grit, a giant power armor equipped with the latest technology. Grit is able to fight the demons by using
It's a 16-bit game, lookalike.
As you fight your way through the game, you'll discover hundreds of different...
I mean, it looks like it should be 8-bit, but 8 bits can't handle that, so it's basically 16-bit and fake 8-bit.
Each weapon is also imbued with different stats and spells. By breaking the weapon, you'll cast its spell. In that case, a sweet healing spell. As for weapon attacks, well, you can use them to do downward stabs and bounce on enemies.
Shovel Knight
or do a
style.
rising attack, which acts as a double jump.
Yeah, a bit Shovel Knight Mega Man-esque, so looks cool.
But watch out, weapons do wear down. Keep an eye out for your weapon's durability. See, my weapon broke, but no worries. There are plenty of weapons to collect all around the game.
Oh boy, breaking weapons. I love that in Zelda.
Breaking them to cast powerful spells is part of what makes Panzer Paladin so much fun. But perhaps your greatest weapon in the game might just be Flame, the squire that pilots the Paladin from the inside. She can eject to sneak into tight spaces, or to recharge the power armor when it's low on energy using those tanks. She can swing from rings with her laser whip, or use it to strike demons as well. But, as you can see, she can't pick up the demonic weapon, as only Grit can do so. Flame can eject at any time, and you could even play the whole game as her if you'd like. You can sacrifice a weapon at these pedestals to create a checkpoint. Checkpoints are well worth it, mainly when you encounter creatures like this one. This is the Horseman. If you hoard too many spirit weapons, the mythical creature will come to fight you. A perfectly timed block, followed by an attack, will open up any enemy's defense and create a parry. You can also use the backdash, a lightning quick move that will dodge almost any attacks, especially those unblockable energy attacks. The Horseman is a powerful enemy that you'll encounter multiple times in the game, truly challenging your swordplay skills as you progress. And by defeating the Horseman, you will be rewarded with a mysterious weapon from the Blacksmith, a weapon created by the community. With the Blacksmith, you can forge anything you want. You simply need to draw the pixel art using our simple-to-use tool, name your creation, and allocate the points to the different parameters in spell. Once saved, your friends, family, and the whole Panzer Paladin community will have access to your pixel-crafted armory. Set or slice a world record in the speedrun mode. Replay all levels and try to beat your friend's time, the community's best, or just your own. Find shortcuts, maximize combat techniques, and discover new ways to save time. Earn medals and place your name high up on the leaderboards. Panzer Paladin is packed with 17 carefully crafted levels, each with a unique boss, protecting a powerful weapon for you to seize. By completing your first run of the game, you'll unlock the Remix mode, where you can access alternative versions of all of the levels, upping the difficulty and doubling the fun. Yup, that's a whole lot of side-scrolling action. The game is set to release this summer for Steam and Nintendo Switch, so keep an eye out for tribute games on all of the major social networks, and add the game to your Steam wishlist.
I want the game
Hopefully
PC
enjoy
and
today's
Switch.
presentation, and stay safe, everyone.
No, your stream is not broken for this next one. It's definitely in.
So this one is basically ready since it's
This
summer.
game, it's super unique. It sounds awesome, and it's unlike anything you've ever seen before. And it's from a developer
While
named
summer is
Games
long,
for Ghosts, which
so
is
probably in
a name
August.
that will make sense in about 3
Most likely, yeah.
Hey, this is Jean Davet from Games for Ghosts, and I'm happy to present our work in progress computer game, Haunted Garage. Haunted Garage has been in the making on and off since about 2018 and is created by myself and Richard Peterson. I handle the artwork, sound and creative direction, and Richard makes it all function and magically come together on the programming and technical side. Haunted Garage has taken many forms in its evolution over the years, and what started out as curious experiments with drawings and sounds has turned into a music production adventure game. Taking inspiration from games such as Myst, King's Quest, Plug and Play to Samros 3, Richard and I eventually decided to put all our experiments under one roof, interconnect all these disparate audio-visual toys that allow you to create an evolving musical loop. So is this a spooky game? Well, not really. It's haunted in the sense that you're not exactly sure who's in control or what the state of reality or context is.
Sure what this game is about yet.
And Garage as in a place where dreams are realized.
And if those events pop up randomly, or if there's like a structure.
And not to mention band practice. You're also creating your own evolving soundtrack to this.
I didn't really understand it either.
Where you explore and discover new instruments and artifacts to add to your collection.
So all of the elements keep playing. So it
Yeah.
will be a lot by the end.
This game is definitely about making music, but it's also about puzzling over and manipulating these
You keep adding instruments.
designed to have limited functionality, but many variables and combinations. Haunted Garage aims to allow players to have a comfortable, creative experience. Unlike traditional digital audio workstations that can overwhelm beginners easily,
All of this for a train ticket.
provide you with a fun and non-intimidating environment to become acquainted with musical concepts, while also providing enough room for more experienced musicians to flex their creative skills within the limitations. So far we have only really scratched the surface in terms of what we want to make possible. We have a substantial amount of devices, artifacts, and interactive vignettes that have already been designed and waiting to be implemented. Besides Adventure Mode, we plan to introduce other game modes that will allow players to construct and capture their own full songs and packaged releases. Honor Garage version 1 is by no means a finished product, and many corners still need to be ironed out. But what we have achieved thus far is the groundwork for what we see as an exciting new adventure gaming experience. Whether it's just about going along for the ride and adventuring, or spending hours mastering your skills and crafting your perfect little jingle and sharing it with your friend.
Next up is the Eternal Cylinder from Ace Team in Chile. They've been making games for a long time, all the way back
There
to
was something.
Flash, and they have a
Yeah,
very
definitely
unique
something.
Okay, why is this guy in a team called PlayStation? How is this legal?
Ace Team, the people who made Rock of Ages and Xenoclash, and I'm here to talk to you about the Eternal Cylinder, our upcoming game.
Already the next game. I think Rock of Ages 3 hasn't even been out.
What is that thing?
It's an adventure survival.
What is going on?
Anything out there on the market. You play as these little creatures called the Trebon. They're like a family of creatures who are born in this very surreal and alien world. The main obstacle, the main thing about the game is that it has this huge cylinder which is crushing the entire world, destroying it.
Some Metroid action there.
Keep on moving forward and discovering about your family,
Gotta go fast.
your race, what's going on the world, where does the cylinder come from?
What?
This time the discovery of a new statue
Did it die?
granted was not a surprise, but a welcome sign that there was someone waiting for the Trebon. As
Oh,
soon
okay.
as they completed the
transform.
trials, of course, as was only appropriate.
So is it co-op? No, it's AI controlled.
It's definitely a big game and an ambitious title for Ace Team. We really want people to explore this world and looking forward to completing the project.
You've probably heard of Flow, Flower, maybe even Journey. They're called That Game Company, and their latest project has been an ongoing social experience experiment that's gathered the attention of a lot of players. It's altruistic, it's compassionate, it's exactly the kind of hopeful gameplay experience that we all could use a little bit of right about now. And they've got an exclusive first look at something they've been planning for a while. just for Day of the Devs.
Oh, it's the Switch
We are
version,
honored
probably.
to be part of the Day of the Devs and Summer Game Fest. Like you, we're excited to see what indie creators and studios have
Sky
been
on
up to.
on
It is
Switch,
always
probably.
great source of inspiration and a mid-year recharge for the hardworking indie developers. We're so proud to see the fast-growing indie community and filled with gratefulness from the amazing players worldwide who have been supporting us over the years. As Sky approaches 1-year anniversary, we'll launch a new season, which comes with new stories, characters, and most importantly, a relaxing vacation that we all miss. Leading up to Sky's first birthday, we'll announce more surprises. Until then, please enjoy this teaser. Season of Sanctuary. Thank you.
This looks crazy so far.
Yeah, it is. I played it on Android a while.
It was on Android?
It is on Android and iOS, yeah, but you need a pretty good phone for it to play it in 60 FPS. It has a 60 FPS mode.
Oh yeah, there you go. App Store and Google Play. New season.
So no announcement for the Switch version, which should be coming out at some point.
It's moody, it's woodsy, it's spooky, and it's really beautifully animated. This is The Night is Grey.
Hey there, hope everyone is doing okay. My name is André Broa and I'm the creative director at Willstork Interactive. I'd like to show you The Night is Grey.
The night is actually pretty
In this
colorful.
thriller, you play as Graham, who is being followed by strange wolves in the woods, until he finds a cabin with a little girl abandoned by her mother. You suspect the worst has happened, and now you're responsible for the child's survival in a strange night that keeps getting stranger. We tried for a somewhat surreal and creepy David Lynchian atmosphere.
Did he say David Lynch?
Did he?
Hmm.
I don't see any talking trees
Besides
yet.
being a lovable character,
Electrical
that's
trees.
part of the game mechanic. As you explore scenarios and solve different puzzles with her help, you have to switch from playing on your own to carrying her around. Like any adventure game, you have to solve puzzles to progress. No pixel hunting, we promise. We are trying to reach the sweet spot between frustration and accomplishment.
So it's a point-and-click adventure.
Yep. And evil corporation doing evil experiments you have to uncover. Wait, is it always the same day? Seems to be repeating.
Day of the Devs gives us a chance to highlight really personal stories from developers who have a unique point of view. And this title from super hot and Australian developer Andrew Brophy really is a good example of that. It's super weird. Welcome to the messed up future of Knuckle Sandwich.
Hello, my name is Andrew Brophy. I'm a game designer from Melbourne, Australia. I'm very pleased to have the opportunity to show you what I'm currently working on. It's a video game called Knuckle Sandwich.
I guess we're only seeing indies. Pretty much.
I would describe it as
Well,
a
it's
personal
Day
game
of the
designer,
Devs.
offbeat, turn-based RPG.
And it's called
It's set
Developer
in a fictional
Showcase.
island of the southeast
So, yeah.
coast of Australia, where players will find themselves assuming control of a young man who moves to the island and gets wrapped up in the lives of all the people that live there. Along the way, you'll have run-ins with a dangerous gang, a fanatical cult, and a heap of other island residents.
This may look interesting. Like an old school RPG.
As I mentioned earlier, Knuckle Sandwich features turn-based battles. They function pretty much exactly how you would expect, except all special abilities are replaced with a huge variety of minigames.
Oh, that's cool.
Yeah.
And the characters actually visually take damage.
I guess this is... I don't know how to describe it. Kind of like Undertale in a sense, where you actually have to perform or dodge the attacks sometimes. That makes sense.
Probably, I haven't played Undertale at all.
Or at least kind of like WarioWare minigames.
Yeah, right, that's what I'm thinking about as well. So probably every type of enemy has a different minigame.
That's Knuckle Sandwich in a nutshell. I hope you dig it.
Yeah, I suppose so.
This is a really exciting one to end on. Nice final beat here. Sea of Stars from Sabotage, the creators of The Messenger. Fans of Chrono Trigger will be very excited about this one. And if you haven't seen this on Kickstarter, you should check it out because they've been sharing a lot of really awesome behind-the-scenes footage.
Did someone say Chrono Trigger?
Hey everyone, my name is Thierry Boulanger. I'm a creative director.
That's not the same. You can say it idly.
About 3 months ago, we revealed our next game through a Kickstarter campaign, and we were blown away by the response. Our new game is called Sea of Stars. It's a turn-based RPG inspired by the retro classics. And so much has happened since then. Even though it's only been 3 months, we had Yasunori Mitsuda, the Chrono Trigger's composer, who joined the team as a guest composer. And also we're working on a playable demo, which is coming out just next month for backers. And we were also invited by Summer Game Fest to celebrate with them by putting something together. So we were delighted by the opportunity to work on an updated trailer to show some of the polished up animation we've been doing, and also give a bit more screen time to a character that some people felt endearing and wanted to see more of. And so, you know, with everything going on in the world, it seems our duty as entertainers finds new purpose. And so we sincerely hope that you will find enjoyment in this fresh look at Sea of Stars. Stay safe, everyone.
Oh, the graphics looks good. a bit.
Yeah.
Artwork also looks kind of old school.
So do you play the whole party or just yeah, probably.
Yeah, it's a post-war party. It does kind of remind you of Chrono Trigger.
Yeah, or Bastion. One of the characters reminds me of Bastion for some reason.
Yeah, the main character, the male one. Kind of looks like.
2022, okay. Still a ways to go.
Okay, this one is gonna take a while. PC and consoles.
It's a world exclusive, and it's from the creator of Pinout and Smash Hit. These are games that have literally been downloaded hundreds of millions of times. This is the creator's first console title, and it is trippy as hell.
Oh, they do have the world exclusive premiere thing. Bumper. Stanley Parable. Next gen. No.
Repeat. No. This one looks weird.
Yeah.
That's it for this installment of Day of the Devs, but we'll be back in July with another Summer Game Fest Developer Showcase.
If you're looking to have your game featured in
Yeah,
the next
July
Day of the Devs,
20th,
we'll
I
be
think
having
is
an
the
open
next
call
date.
for submissions for the July showcase.
So keep your eyes on daythatis.com for submissions opening soon.
Thank you, as always, to the generous support of our partners for making all of this possible. PlayStation, Idea Xbox, Nintendo, Epic Games Store, Steam. It takes a village of humans to make a digital event of this caliber happen, so thank you for all your support. And special thanks to Dose One, rapper, poet, composer, for lending his sounds to our soundtrack for today's broadcast. His music is dope, check it out. But stay tuned. Summer Game Fest Developer Showcase is not over yet. We've still got some surprises in store.
And thanks to you for watching, and thanks for
Call
all
of
the
Duty
developers
reveal.
around the world who submitted games.
Well, they did Crash before, why not?
Thanks for watching. Thank you, Skulls. Okay, let's hope that recorded.
Or maybe Crash Team Racing on PC, since they never reported it.
Well, no, it has to be in that stream. Did you stop yours?
Mm-hmm.
Thank you. Thank you. You're the best. Thank you very much.
Okay. Why is Skeletor there?
What's good, world? It's another Day of the Devs production.
Oh god, what's going on?
Everything you're hearing tonight is from Sludge Line.
Yes. Well, I guess the event is over. This is just entertainment.
I thought by surprise they meant some kind of trailer maybe at the end.
No, I guess the surprise is watch this dude play music.
Well, there were some pretty interesting games, but there wasn't that one game that I want to play. Maybe Sky on Switch I would be interested in, because I like all that game company games.
Yeah, so one of few interesting games. The ones I'm most interested are the one with the retro graphic. Like that one that looks like Shovel Knight, or this one with that look like Chrono Trigger. Those are the two I'm most interested in. Of course there's Crash 4, but that's basically a AAA game at this point, so... I think it's this time they're also selling it at full price.
Crash should be full price, yeah.
Instead of 3G, CTR and Spyro were all half price, $40. This time it should be full.
It's not up for pre-order yet, at least in Germany. Oh, it is €70. October 2nd. Yeah, the new playable characters should be interesting. And the mask mechanic. Yeah, looking forward to that one. Okay, and tomorrow we also have another event called New Game Plus Expo, I think. Primarily focused on Japanese games. There should be new stuff from Sega, Atlus, and other developers and publishers.
We'll see then.
So maybe some Yakuza 7 release date news. And I don't know what's coming from Atlus. After Persona 4 Gold, everyone's playing that still probably.
They still need to port the what's it called, Scramble, Persona 5 Scramble, but I don't know if they're actually gonna show it. That probably not.
What's Scramble?
It's basically the Musou version of Persona 5. It's already out in Japan, but it needs to be released in America and Europe.
Yeah, it could be that they show that off tomorrow.
I played the demo and it's fun. The Japanese one. But yeah, they haven't really announced anything for overseas.
Yeah, it came out in February, yeah. It could be that they released that in fall in English.
It has a lot of dialogue, so it makes sense that it comes out later. Lots of translations to be done.
And they already said in April that a Western release is planned.
Yeah, I think that they did say it was planned, but so far no release date.
It's coming out in South Korea, or it came out 4 days ago. So yeah, probably we're next, maybe. Alright.
All of them at the time.
Let's find out tomorrow. Same time, same place. I will try to be there a little bit earlier this time. I think they already started this thing at 16:30, right?
Yeah, it was. No, I just checked out at like 17. It was basically Geoff talking before that. At 17 they just showed Crash 4.
Okay, because I started it like 10 minutes before. When I started my PC, I saw some musical performance. So maybe we missed the big announcement. We will talk about it tomorrow when we find out now. Okay, so see you tomorrow for the New Game Plus Expo.
See you.